question it's given that A is a square matrix of order 3. So our order is 3. Now it's given that A into adjoint of A equals 10 into I. And they've asked us to find the value of determinant of adjoint of A. Now we do know that A into adjoint of A will be equal to the value of determinant of A into I. So from this we can, comparing this with this, we can find that value of determinant of A is 10. Now there's another formula that relates value of determinant of A and determinant of adjoint of A, which is determinant of adjoint of A will be equal to determinant of A raised to the order minus 1. So the value of determinant of A is 10 and 3 minus 1 will be 2. So our answer will be 100, which is option C. So now we'll be doing question number 2. They've given us that A is a 3 by 3 matrix and value of determinant of A is 8. So we do know that any variable times a determinant, let's say y is a variable and b is a determinant, and to find the value, if they've given the value of the determinant, let's say x, and the order of the determinant, let's say m cross m, then its value will be y raised to m times. So here similarly we can find the value of determinant 3 times A is 8 into 3 raised to 3. So which is 8 into 27 will be 216. So moving on to third question, they've given us that y equals A into e raised to 5x plus b into e raised to minus 5x. And they've asked us to find the value of d square y by dx square. This is a double differentiation. So let's start off with dy by dx. The first differentiation we'll get, since a is a constant, we won't differentiate that. Then e raised to 5x differential will be e raised to 5x itself into differentiation of the power, which is 5. Now plus, we'll differentiate the second term, d, which is a constant, then e raised to minus 5x will remain the same, into the variable, which is minus 5. So we get 5 into a into e raised to 5x minus 5 into b into e raised to minus 5x. This is our first differential. Now for the second order differential, we need to differentiate this once again. Okay. Now this will be d square y by ax square. Now since they both are variables, they'll just stay the same. Again, e raised to any number will be e raised to the same into differentiation of this term, which is 5. Again, minus 5b will remain the same, e raised to minus 5x into minus 5. Now this will be 25a e raised to 5x plus, since they both are negative terms, 25b into e raised to minus 5x. So we'll take the common terms 25 outside. We get this. Now in the question they've given us that y equals a into e raised to 5x plus b into e raised to minus 5x. So we've got the same value over here. So we'll write it as 25y, which is our option A. Moving on to the fourth question. They've asked us to find the integral of x squared into e raised to x cubed. Now one way to solve this is by method of substitution. We'll substitute for x cubed. Let's say x cubed equals t. Now d by dx of x cubed will be equal to dt if we differentiate it. So we'll get 3x squared dx equals dt. X square into dx will be 1 by 3 into dt. Now we'll substitute x squared dot dx as 1 by 3 into dt and x cube as dt in this equation. So we'll get 1 by 3 into e raised to t dt. Since 1 by 3 is available, we can take it outside. And then we'll get integral e raised to t dt. Now the value of integral of e raised to any number will be e raised to t itself and into 1 by 3 plus a constant c. Now we'll resubstitute the value of t that we substituted earlier. So we'll get 1 by 3 into e raised to x cubed plus c, which is our option A. So moving on to question number 5. They've given us that I cap, j cap and k cap are mutually perpendicular vectors, which means that angle between any of these two vectors are 90 degrees. Then they've given us 4 options. Option A is I cap dot j cap equals 1. B is I cap cross j cap equals 1. C is I cap dot k cap equals 0. And D is I cap cross k cap equals 0. Now we do know that dot product between any two perpendicular vectors is 0 because cos 90 is 0. So dot product of any two vectors, let's say I cap dot k cap will be mod I into mod k into cos 90, since they given that these are mutually perpendicular vectors. Now mod I equals 1 and so is mod k, and cos 90 equals 0. So we get the answer 0. So our correct option is C. In the 6th question, it's given that ABCD is a rhombus. So let's say that this is a rhombus, which is A, B, C and D, whose diagonals intersect at E. Let's say these are its diagonals and this is the point E. Then EA vector plus EB vector plus EC vector plus ED vector equals. Right, so since the vector is EA, it's pointed towards this direction, EB points this way, EC points this way, and ED points this way. Now a rhombus has equal sides and also its diagonals from the point of intersection, they will be equal. Let's say magnitude of ED will be equal to magnitude of EB. Right? So since the directions point the opposite way, EB will be equal to negative of vector ED. And similarly, EA will be negative of EC. So now instead of EA we write minus EC, and instead of EB we write minus ED, then plus EC and plus ED. So since they cancel out each other, our answer will be 0, which is our option A, 0x.